Hello, this is Mark Pate, the Dean of the School of Business at Keene University. This is a picture of my family from a year ago at Christmas. Obviously, this is before social distancing. My family is taking the stay at home order seriously, and we are staying home except for the essentials, doing lots of yard work, cleaning out closets, doing some odds and end projects, preparing meals together. Dinner's been great. It's like the old days. It was something we used to do when our sons were young, was always have dinner together so we could visit. So we have time to do that and prepare and have dinner together and spend a lot of time visiting. And then we'll play games for a couple of hours. We're also doing lots of reading and taking our dog Watson for lots of long walks to try to get some fresh air and exercise. One of my favorite verses is 1 Peter 4:10. As each has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's varied grace. My attitude in this coronavirus situation is to spend time with family and to think in terms of serving others. One of the ways we can serve others is through staying vigilant with our social distancing and washing our hands. The studies so far show about 50% of the people infected do not even have symptoms. So that means there's a huge population of people that have coronavirus and don't even know it. But they're going to be immune to it after their body processes it, but they may not ever have any symptoms. And so when we wash our hands and practice social distancing, we're not necessarily just protecting ourselves, we're serving others and protecting others by not transmitting the disease to them. If I have coronavirus but don't know it because I don't have symptoms, if I'm not practicing social distancing and I transmit it to somebody else who has underlying health issues or they're elderly, then it could be a complicating disease for them. So that's one way we can serve others is even if we don't have symptoms, be aware that we could be a carrier. And so we want to practice the social distancing and keep our hands washed. Another thing we can do to serve family and friends is to call them or do FaceTime or Skype or whatever media you use. Uh, I know in this day and age we use email and texting a lot to stay in contact with people, but that's not personal. And if we do something over the internet or our phone where they can see our face, that's more personal and would be more meaningful to them. If we call them, they can hear our voice. So I'm doing that a lot. I talk to my dad every week, but we're having more talks now. I'm talking to my brother and my sister and friends more routinely and having longer conversations. We have the time, so we're taking the time to visit with each other. And that's a way for you to serve others is to make that personal contact and maybe uplift them and improve their day. Another thing we can do is to look around in our community and see those that are more vulnerable. We want to do this in a responsible way. We don't want to have direct contact with them, but we could go grocery shopping, pick up food for the elderly in our neighborhood and deliver it to them or put it on their doorstep. There's things we can do and still be responsible to help those more in need. And again, the elderly, people with underlying health issues, they're the ones at most risk. So what can we do to help them? At the end of the day, we just need to be strong in our faith. And in these times, let's think of ways we can serve one another. Have a blessed day. You guys take care.